Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is now less than 3 weeks away from releasing in cinemas worldwide, and even after the release of close to a dozen trailers and teasers, we are still no closer to knowing the exact plot or how Darth Sidious will be returning. However, due to a recent leak, we may now have a much better idea as to how exactly the final confrontation with Emperor Palpatine may go. Hello, my name is Byron Lafayette. Before we get started, please join me in the movie masquerade on my journey to 10,000 subscribers by hitting the like and subscribe button as well as the bell notification to be alerted about all future content. Now, according to the individual who posted this leak, the description will go as follows. As with any leak, please take with a grain of salt. Now, to give a little background as to where this takes place in The Rise of Skywalker, this will be in the third act of the film, on the world of Exegol, where Kylo Ren and Rey have gone to confront Emperor Palpatine and the resurgent Sith Empire. Now, according to this leak, it jumps right into the action after Kylo Ren has been seemingly killed by Emperor Palpatine and cast into the bottomless pit as reported in previous leaks. Now, according to this particular leak, Kylo Ren is saved by his grandfather Anakin's Force Ghost, who then will talk to him and do a callback to The Force Awakens by telling him to finish what he had started years before, and to tell him that his purpose is to destroy the Sith and Emperor Palpatine for good. Force Ghost Anakin will then use a platform of rock to raise Ben Solo back over the trench of the bottomless pit, where he will then rejoin Rey in the fight with Emperor Palpatine. Now, at this point, Emperor Palpatine is slowly torturing Rey with Force lightning and taunting her. Ben Solo then takes control of Leia's lightsaber as Rey begins to regain her composure. They then face Emperor Palpatine together and deflect his Force lightning blast back at him, as the voices of the Jedi's past will then encourage them and tell them to defeat the Emperor. Luke and Leia's Force ghosts then appear behind them. This further disrupts the Emperor's concentration and rattles him. His distraction broken and the lightning being deflected back from Kylo Ren and Rey then strikes the Emperor, and he explodes in a blast of energy and is dead for good. This explosion then causes the throne room to begin to collapse, and they both retreat and leave. Now, the leak then goes on to say that the final scenes of The Rise of Skywalker take place on the dusty planet of Tatooine, where Rey and Kylo have gone to finally put the past behind them. It shows them both with Luke and Leia's lightsabers, and that they have gone there to bury them, and that they have both constructed newly formed lightsabers that are similar to Luke and Leia's but very different. They both will speak about how the future is coming and that there is much to do, and that Ben Solo has decided that he wants to stay on Tatooine to try and redeem himself a bit for the sins of his past. Despite this, Rey wants him to come and help her rebuild the Jedi Order in what she will then call the Skywalker Academy, but Ben feels that he has done too much evil in the past and that he needs to make up for it somehow. Rey then embraces Kylo and Finn and bids them both farewell. She then takes off in the Millennium Falcon to go and rebuild the New Republic and the Jedi Order. And the film ends with Ben Solo watching the Millennium Falcon depart into a binary sunset. And that is where the leak ends. Now, I'd like to analyze this a little bit, comparing it to other leaks and possibly what this means for the Star Wars franchise going forward. Now, in previous leaks, we had been informed that Kylo Ren would die never to be seen again as he plunged into the bottomless pit. Now, to be perfectly honest, I was always a little bit unsure about this particular leak because it just sounded very grim, and it just, for a character as popular as Ben Solo, Kylo Ren, it seemed a little odd that Disney would just kill him off with no possible future and very little redemption. So this particular leak seems to fit a little bit with the Disney model of redemption. And also the new kind of how popular Kylo Ren is, that he is not so much a supporting character in this trilogy anymore, that he is a co-lead with Rey. Now, the current leaks that have come out have been somewhat divisive, with a lot of fans being unhappy about the focus it has put on Rey, the lack of Force ghosts, the lack of ties to the past, and kind of how similar it is to the finale of Harry Potter. Now, this particular leak seems to go along with the idea and the possible report before that there had been up to 2 to 3 cuts of The Rise of Skywalker that had been shown to executives at Disney and Lucasfilms. Now, apparently, according to the reports, the executives were not happy with those particular cuts and had ordered another cut, which is possibly the third cut or even the fourth cut, that would take the best elements of the previous cuts and merge them into one supercut. Now, according to this leak, this is apparently the final cut that has been put together. Now, this does make a lot of sense because this does take elements of the previous leaks and puts them all together and seems to be its own story. Now, I personally would be very happy with this leak because I think that this ending very much passes the torch and it allows Rey and Kylo Ren to be the heroes of the story, taking down the Sith, taking down Darth Sidious and Emperor Palpatine for good. But that being said, it also showcases the importance of Anakin Skywalker by him appearing to save his grandson. It also has Luke and Leia coming to aid them and the Jedis of the past all joining together. Because as J.J. Abrams has said that Palpatine is the ultimate evil. He's the greatest threat the galaxy has seen. So it makes sense that the past Jedi who have passed into immortality would then join together to aid the last 2 surviving members of this, or I should say the one surviving member of the Skywalker family, Kylo Ren, and Rey in destroying the ultimate evil. I also like this particular leak because it seems that it has something for everyone, and it seems that it ends on a upbeat note, a feeling of hope that Kylo Ren is going to be redeemed, that he may end up aiding Rey in building the Jedi Order. And it also leaves the trilogy open to continue in episode 10, 11, and 12 if Disney so desired to do that in 5 or 10 years. So let me know, guys, what you think. Leave a like and a comment below and share this video with your friends if you would like. And just let me know what you think. Do you think that this leak is real or do you think that this is fan fiction that has been written? And we'll catch you guys next time.